has officially gotten messy. The messiest part is at the end, which is the sneak peek. Serena might have been proven right. Serena might have been proven right. Crazy, crazy. But yeah, we're gonna get into it. Thumbs up the video. Please drop a comment down below. If you are new here, subscribe. If you're not new here, you should already know what the drill is. Please thumbs up the video. Please drop your comments. Interactions help so much. Y'all have been pretty consistent. I think I average like 20 subscribers a video. Let's keep that rolling. I'm on the road to 5,000 subscribers. Let's keep this ball rolling. Y'all are really doing it. I'm jumping in the comments. I'll be in there with y'all. And yeah, let's go ahead and get on into this episode. All right, so we get back with Aaron and Daniela where we left off, with them up there in like Casa Moore's soul ties. They're still sitting there eye fucking each other. If you ask me, they're looking at each other like they trying to undress each other. She's trying to get him to share the bed with her, and he's trying to act like he don't want to do it, knowing that he does. And he starts talking about how they can do it, but they got to set boundaries. Like, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're not going to do. His rule that he said that he's going to do is he's going to have clothes on, which he did not. But and he said too that they won't be doing anything too crazy. They're just going to cuddle, and that's it. She says that's all she wants is to cuddle. I said, okay, here we go. He then says that he probably would kiss her if he wasn't in the situation that he's in. I'm like, but you already done kissed her anyways, even though it was in the challenge. You kissed her very aggressively. So at this point, you done did everything that you are claiming that you don't want to do. You done did it already. But back at the villa, Leah and Ignacio, they're having a conversation. He's pretty much asking her what her type is. She says she goes off personality and vibes. They're sitting there laughing super hard about something that I could not understand. Leah then asks him if he knows who he wants to share a bed with. And he pretty much tells her. Like, he said he feels most comfortable with her. And then she pretty much tells him, like, okay, cool. And then he's pretty much looking at her. And he tells her that he would like to kiss her right now. And of course, Leah is down. Leah is the female Miguel of the season. And they start going at it, tonguing each other down. And Leah ends up saying that she thinks that there could be something there between them, but she's also thinking about Miguel. But she also knows that Miguel is over there cutting up. That's the thing with Leah. Leah's not stupid. And when it comes to Miguel, she knows that he is literally over there completely unserious. And back at Casa Moore, Aaron and Rob, they're pretty much talking. He's saying how he knows that he didn't do anything wrong, but he feels like he has, talking about like kissing on Daniela. But back at the villa, Kayla is over there fucking whining to Liv. She was, oh God, she irritates me. And I really hope she goes home, because I can't do the crying. I can't do the whining that much more. Like, she has the most aggravating voice, the whining, the way she talks. Like, she's aggravating. Kayla is annoying. But she's whining to Liv, saying that she probably shouldn't have kissed Jalen. I'm like, she's sitting there crying, still sitting there crying about what she thinks that he's doing, talking about Aaron, what she thinks Aaron's doing over there. It's just like, get over it. Like, get over it. Like, you literally set yourself up for this. Like, you knew this was going to happen, and she done got herself in too deep. And it's like, at this point, I understand that she got deep feelings for him, but like, at this point, the way she's whining and crying, just go home. Literally, just go home. But Rob is telling Aaron not to do anything stupid while he's laying with Daniela, because Kayla would be crushed. And I'm like, yeah, that's obvious. But I'm like, if he's feeling her, he can do whatever he want to do. Like, if you really are feeling her like that, then do what you got to do. You're not closed off. Y'all are not in a relationship. So granted, I feel like, I mean, considering how close they were, I guess it would come off disrespectful. But me, I'm like, they're not together. So I feel like all bets are off. Like, they're not closed off. But I'm probably about to sound like a hypocrite, but whatever. At least I got self-accountability. And I'm saying that because of what I'm going to say later on. But Kayla, she's talking about if anybody showers with Aaron, she's going to cut his dick off. She just wants to appear hard so bad, but she's literally crying the whole time. Ain't nobody scared of you, Kayla. But Miguel and Sierra, they start talking about the game. Sierra says that she had a couple kisses. Miguel's pretty much trying to figure out which one was better. She's coyly saying that there was one kiss that was better, which it's Miguel's, but she ain't saying it. But Miguel's working the magic. He's working the charm on her. He's saying he's trying to see how her lips taste outside of the game, and they start kissing. Miguel is feeling everything about Sierra. I don't blame him at all. That girl is beautiful. Leah is telling Serena and Nicole about her kissing Ignacio, but it sucks because when they were kissing, she was thinking about Miguel. I was dying laughing. But Sierra and Miguel, they all cuddled up over there. Miguel is pulling on her face, trying to get her to kiss him again, and pretty much ask if she wants to sleep in his bed. And she says yes. And when I tell you these two got to necking each other down, tonguing each other down, I was like, Lord, get a room. But they over there doing that. Leah's now starting to like Miguel, and he's over there like cutting up with Sierra, like tonguing her down. But Janae and Josiah, they go upstairs talking, which I don't know why she's still talking to him, considering all them red flags, but whatever. She's talking about his type. He says she has to be selfless and a good friend. She's saying that she is a good friend. And he's like, well, why do you think I'm talking to you? She's eating it up. Like, he's looking at her, giving her them eyes, like, I'm trying to undress you right now. He's flirting with her heavy. She's eating it up. She's saying that she's thinking about Kenny and her confessionals, but she likes the vibe that she's getting between her and Josiah, but she knows it's very dangerous. If you're just trying to hit, do what you got to do. But if you trying to get, don't try and get into a serious relationship with him. So if you, because it's clear they got sexual tension. I saw something online that says that he don't like black girls, so it's quite interesting that he's pressing up on Janae like this. But they got some type of, like, you can tell they're physically attracted to each other because it's easy to see on the TV. But they're gonna share a bed together. She's saying that they got to keep it a little bit of distance between because she wants to keep it respectful. But like I said, he's trying to undress her with his eyes. He wants to kiss her. It's pretty clear, and she's seeing that too. But she ain't going for it. They get up and hug. He's grabbing on them cheeks just like everybody else would. But back at the back at Casa Moore, Cordell is over there regretting kissing Daya. He's walking in the room with the boy, saying that he feels like a piece of shit. Cordell is shaking. Like, he's literally shaking at this point. They talking about it. And he's saying that he's cold as fuck. And I'm like, I understand what he's saying when he's cold. Like, he is nervous. Because me, when I get nervous, I get cold. My hands and my feet get cold. And that's what's happening with him. So he says that he's not going to kiss Daya again tonight. And I'm taking that pause because it happens later on. He's saying again, like, I don't want to kiss her no more because he feels bad. At this point, he's feeling bad. And they're telling him not to do it because he's going to get in too deep. Kenny and Sydney, they're sharing a bed. Nicole and Kane are sharing a bed. Jalen and Liv are sharing a bed. So we get these bed arrangements. They had like little scenes where each person is asking, do you want to share a bed with me? So they did all that. Everybody's getting ready to go to bed. Kayla and Serena are the only two that did not sleep in the bed with somebody. No, I'm lying. Because I think Jacoby was by himself. George was by himself. But essentially, Kayla and Serena were the only mainstay that were actually sleeping outside, not with the opposite sex. Aaron is laid up with Daniela with no clothes on. Like I said, he said that was the rule. He's sitting there with no shirt on. That's no clothes, if you're asking me. I'm assuming, I'm thinking that he might mean that he might sleep commando where he's not wearing anything, but you still ain't got no clothes on. They laying on top of each other, so he's doing everything that he said that we're not going to do. But the next morning, Kayla is still wondering about what Aaron's doing while he's laying in the bed with Daniela, and she's playing in his hair. Aaron's telling the boys that Daniela is doing everything to fuck him. And Daniela's over there telling the girls the same thing about him. Like, he's doing the same thing with her. So it's literally the same thing. But Jacoby ends up bringing up Janae Fu while she's sitting there in the makeup room with the girls. And it's funny because she's sitting there talking about Josiah. So Janae got Josiah over here, and then she got Jacoby over here. She getting the attention that she wants. But if you ask me, Jacoby is the one she need to be getting to know. She needs to really take the time to get to know him because he seemed like a stand-up dude. He seemed like a really good dude, and them two together look like they would make more sense. And I feel like he's definitely the better option between Jacoby and Josiah. But Jacoby is downstairs talking to the dudes, saying that he wants to get to know her more. Ignacio is talking about how he likes Leah, but he wants to get to know the other girls more. Leah's talking about how she misses Miguel, but she knows that he's over there cutting up. She's self-aware. She's not stupid. She knows who she's dealing with. But Jalen wants to pull Nicole for a chat as well as Kayla. I feel like you should definitely spend more of that time getting to know Nicole. Trying to get to know Kayla is a dead-end stop. Like, don't do that. But Kayla's being annoying as usual. She's sitting there stating that she's going to keep talking to guys because Aaron left, and that's a sign that he's open. She's talking a big game, but not matching it. I'm like, she's finally talking some sense, but later on, we see that was just cap. Like, that was smoke and mirrors. She was not really meaning that. But Serena is laying on the floor. I'm like, Serena, get up. Get up. You are black. We don't do that. Get up. Get up. But she's laying on the floor talking about how she misses Cordell. And then she starts crying. And when I tell you she was crying. Face was like wet. I said, oh, she might really like him now. Because she's saying that she feels she's going to look stupid. I was like, oh, wow. She might finally really like him now. We'll see. But Daya is over there talking about how her and Cordell were cuddling and Cordell was timid about touching her. And she's pretty much telling him, like, yeah, you can do that. And she wants kisses from him. And he's apparently told her that she will get them. And that's why I wanted to take that pause at the beginning, because you said that you weren't going to kiss her no more because you felt bad for Serena. It felt like you felt bad for doing that to Serena. Daya, she's beautiful. But somebody in my comments told me that she was all up and through Cordell's brother, OBJ, was all up and through his comments, all up and through his likes. And I think it's quite interesting too. And I feel like this episode kind of put into perspective what you were saying. I can't remember. I don't even have my phone right now, so I can't really shout you out, but I'll shout you out later. But it's taken into perspective. I feel like she might possibly have come in here with an agenda. She knows that Cordell is the fan favorite, and she's clearly got an affection and some type of like obsession with Odell Beckham. And maybe she is using Cordell to get to Odell, but I don't know. We'll see. But I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. Her and Cordell, they're talking by the pool. She's talking about how she's comfortable with him. She's laying it on thick. Like, she is literally laying it on thick. Cordell sitting there twisting his hair. The boys are watching and laughing, talking about how he's twisting his hair. He twists his hair more than a girl does whenever he's excited and liking what he's doing. But Serena is over there telling Janae about her crying over Cordell. Janae is saying like he's super sweet. And Serena says, I know. That's why I know he over there making a bitch breakfast. And she said, I will throw his little ass in the fire pit. When she said that, I died laughing and they were dying laughing. That was funny. But Cordell is talking about how he feels bad in his confessionals, saying that he likes Dia and that she could possibly match his connection that he has with Serena. I was like, okay, that's interesting. But Daya is sitting there saying that he deserves someone that's all about him, which is true. But she then low-key is begging him to kiss her. I'm like, that's unattractive. Because she's beautiful. Like, she's a beautiful girl. Like, have some shame. Like, you shouldn't have to beg a dude to kiss you. Like, you shouldn't. Like, she was looking a little too thirsty. I'm like, have some shame. But Cordell ends up kissing her too. Like, kissing her. I'm like, don't say that you feel bad for kissing her with Serena back there when you continue to do it. Like, you okay with doing it because you have the right to do that. But don't sit here and say that you feel bad and then continue to do it, Cordell. That's crazy. But Sierra ends up going and pulling Kendall for a chat. He's talking about how he's open to getting to know somebody, even though he's still trying to keep it respectful for Nicole's sake. Sierra is pretty. Like, Sierra is pretty as fuck. Like, she is just bad. I couldn't watch it without saying it. I'm like, she is pretty. But she starts talking, and she's got a good personality, too. Like, she's got a lot going on. She says that she came in there wanting to leave with a boyfriend. She says that her family has never really seen her in a serious relationship with a dude. We find out that she works for a tech company. She also wants to DJ full-time all over the world. So she's got a lot of goals. She's got a lot of things that she wants to accomplish, which is good. Kendall is seeing a lot of positives with Sierra. Duh. Like, she's got a lot of positives. She's beautiful and she got a lot going on. But Nicole and Kane, she pretty much friends on him. And it was like, I don't see much going on here and I just want to keep it friends. And he agreed to it. He was like, it's okay. Like, we good. And she's pretty much saying that she don't feel like anybody in there is going to turn her head away from Kendall. It's interesting that she's now saying this, but we'll see if Kendall's head ends up turning. But Kendall's over there being messy. We'll get to that later on. But Serena and Kayla, they're still walking around wondering what their boys are doing. Kayla feels like Aaron ain't gonna slut it up over there because he's expressed feelings for her while he's over there slutting it up. Serena is saying that she don't know how Cordell will react to multiple girls throwing themselves at him. They're just trying to figure out like what's going on. They're trying to piece everything together and trying to talk each other off a ledge. But Aaron and Daniela, they're over there talking. It's clear Daniela's love language is physical touch. They all touched up, like touching on hands, touching on legs, touching on feet, like doing all that. Aaron's playing with her feet. She's on top of him. They start flirting, and then they end up kissing. And they start aggressively kissing. Everybody's watching. The boys are shook. They sitting over there watching. They're like, damn. Aaron is actually over here doing it. And he ends up saying in his confessional that he loves the person that she is. I said, love? He loves throwing that word around very freely and very just like off the cuff, like love. I love this. He's kind of gaslighting them low key because like he does that, and when you're dealing with women, you can't keep doing that. You can't keep saying you love if you don't really. Like he says it a little too freely for it to actually mean something. But Kendall ends up talking about he's excited for Daniela and Aaron. He's talking to her. And she's singing Aaron's praises. And Kendall ends up asking her if they talked about his situation with Kayla at the villa. I said, you are messy. He is a messy ass man. Messy. I'm like, why are you asking her this? If anything, you should be talking to Aaron about it. But he's over there pretty much talking to her about it. She's stating that how his actions differ from what he was saying about Kayla. He's pretty much saying that he's still open with Kayla, but he's over here all over her, which I'm like, you're right. Because if you really are still like thinking about Kayla, you wouldn't be as aggressively pursuing Daniela as he is. He's trying not to actually pursue her, but he's still caving in. It's not like you just kissing her, like pecking her, kissing her. He is like going in, kissing her. And if you didn't really like her like that, you wouldn't be deeply going that hard. But Aaron is now telling Cordell that he regrets kissing Daniela because he feels bad. I'm like, no, you don't. Like, stop saying that. You just saying it because you know you're on TV. You know, a lot of people might be looking at you differently. But everybody is getting ready for the night, the festivities. We all know what's about to happen. Kendall gets a text and Serena gets a text. It's Casa Amor versus the Villa with the Raunchy Races game. I was like, it's time to get messy. Here we go. Both houses want to win, of course. So the first text is, we just gonna go through it all. The first text they get is, do your favorite your favorite sex position, kissing the shortest boy and guy of the opposite sex. These both of them, I'm like, God, they literally borderline was like straight up fucking with no clothes on, with clothes on. So they hunching for real. Serena and the dude whose name I don't know, though, the one that has not gotten any camera time. I can't think of what his name is. But they hitting it from the back. Cordell got on top of Daya and was straight humping her and Missionary. I was like, y'all are horny. Like horny. They was doing it. You could tell. But Casa Moore got the point. The next one was to kiss an islander in a foreign country. There's enough foreigners to choose from. But Kane ends up going and like attacking Liv. Like Liv is sitting here, but then he's like, he gets on top of her. Her back is like laying over the couch and he is aggressive on top. I said, you about to break her back. Like the way he was all on her, I was like, damn. But he does that with her. Kayla is now nervous because she knows it could be Aaron because he's a foreigner. And of course, Daniela and Aaron are over there going at it in the shower, like aggressively. And then they finished the kiss for the challenge and then started kissing again. I said, the Villa won that point. The next one was to go bench press a blind in the gym area. Josiah gets Kayla and Kendall gets Sydney. Casa Moore won that point. The next one was to kiss the islander with the best tattoos. Cordell and Sydney do it. Josiah and Leah do it. They all horny. They all dry humping. Casa Amor won that point. The next one was to kiss the islander that you want to share the bed with that you didn't. Janae and Jacoby got to getting it. They got on top of the bar, dry humping. Like they got more chemistry than Janae does with Kendall and Josiah, at least if you asking me. So I'm like, Janae, get to know Jacoby because it's clear y'all have good conversations and you both are clearly physically attracted to each other. And she said the lips were soft and the breath don't stink. And I'm like, were you throwing some shade at somebody? That's what I'm thinking. When she said the breath don't stink, I felt like she was throwing shade at somebody, but it's clear she enjoyed it. Kendall and Sydney, they ended up doing that. The Villa ended up winning the point. The next one was to kiss the islander you're most attracted to. Kayla kisses Jalen and Aaron kisses Sierra, which I was like, Sierra? You most attracted to Sierra, but you spent all this time with Daniela. If I was Daniela, I'd have felt some type of way about it, but she clearly didn't feel some type of way about it, but the Villa won. And then the last one was where they do the whole everybody make out. So everybody else was tonguing each other down. They was doing the most. Like every last one of them was over there. This is a horny cast. That's all I'm going to say. But who do y'all think won the game? Casa Moore, of course. Like the dudes always beat the girls. Like the main dudes always beat the main girls when it comes to this game. But the Villa girls, they're pretty much talking and stuff. Kayla's talking about how they're not gonna sulk all night because they over there cutting up. So at this point, we need to do the same thing. It's funny how she's hyping everybody up, but she's the main one that's gonna end up crying. And the way she was talking, well, we're gonna fucking do this, guys, and they're over there doing this, so we're gonna fucking do that. I can't stand the way she talks. I really cannot stand it. I cannot stand it. Well, she then goes to talk to Jalen, and Jalen is better than me. This whole conversation, I'd have got the fuck up. She spent the whole conversation pretty much talking about Aaron with him, with Jalen. You're supposed to be possibly getting to know him because clearly Jalen is between Nicole and Kayla with his options. And she clearly, I ain't gonna say she likes him, but out of everybody there, she's more inclined to get to know him. But Jalen got options. He got her and Nicole. And then Nicole just friend zone old boy over there. Jalen don't know that she did it because she's thinking about Kendall, but he could still try and figure out if they might have a connection. But Kayla's sitting there talking about all this stuff about how she feels like she's falling for Aaron and yada, yada, yada. Aaron's over there talking to Daniela. He's talking about how that was his favorite time being there in the villa. I'm like, go figure. I'm sure it was your favorite time. He ends up kissing Daniela again. Kayla's still sitting there talking about Aaron to Jalen. Jalen's just sitting there looking like, okay. And she's talking about how I don't want to lead you on. Jalen's like, okay, good. Like, whatever. I said, you better than me. I would have got the fuck up. I would have got up the way she kept talking about him and went to go find Nicole. But as they're having this conversation, Aaron is over there up in Daniela's face, telling her how he likes her. It's more than just a test. He's happy that she's there, and he ends up kissing her again. And Kayla is sitting over there fucking crying. When I tell you I want her gone, I'm tired of it. But we get the sneak peek for Thursday. Cordell is in the bed on his back. Daya is on top of him, riding him. They are fucking. Cordell, this ain't a good look. It's not a good look. And it's like, I don't want to say that he's wrong for doing this because Serena ain't really giving him nothing. But for you to go over here and fuck that girl after the second day, after you've been all about Serena, and Serena finally has come around, and you go over there and fuck her, it'd be one thing if you just kissing. But you went over there and fucked her. You're going to have to come back and tell Serena that. And if you really like Serena the way you really like her, you might as well pack it up. Because Serena is not going to go for that. We already know that. She is not going for that. Daya, I'm not trying to... Look, I'm all for it. Like, if you... I'm the type of person, like, I feel like it's okay to have sex on the first date. If you really feeling that, do what you got to do. But I feel like Daya is coming off very thirsty, and I don't like that. Like, she's a beautiful girl, but it's kind of unattractive. Like, it's kind of unattractive the way that she's been so adamant and so forward. It's like, with a woman, sometimes you want a woman to be a little bit more submissive. Like, she's more dominant when it comes to her and Cordell than he is. And I feel like as a woman, you shouldn't want to be the one that's the aggressor trying to pursue so heavily. She's the one pursuing so heavily. It's like, it's clear that she's really trying to get him. Whereas he should be the one doing that to you because you're the woman, he's the man. And like I said, I always feel this way. I feel like if the woman likes the man more than the man likes the woman, it's not going to work. He don't want you. I feel like this is kind of a, what's the old boy's name from last season? Keenan. This is a Keenan and the girl that he had in Cosmore. This is the same situation. She was more into him than he was to her. But then again, Keenan was more into the fact that he wanted to get fucked. He wanted some more attention. He wanted somebody else that wasn't KK. So that's why he entertained her. But he didn't even pick her. So I feel like this is going to be the same situation. If Cordell gets the choice to pick, I don't feel like he's going to pick Daya. But he's going to have to go back home and tell Serena that he done fucked Daya. Take out the making out, but you fucked her. Boy, this is going to be messy. Messy. And I said I wanted the mess, and they delivering it. Y'all got this far. Y'all know what to do. Thumbs it up. If you ain't done it already, thumbs up the video. Please drop the comments down below. I want to hear y'all's thoughts. If you agree with me, you agree with me. If you don't, you don't. Just keep it respectful. Drop it down there. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. No, you're not. I'm not gonna see you tomorrow. I'm gonna see y'all in the comments tomorrow, but you're not gonna see me on this video. This is going to be the first day that I have not posted a video, I think, since I don't even know when. I posted videos all day, every day, the past week. From this to trials to baddies. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. See y'all later. Peace.